Hello and welcome back to Pin My Podfics. This is chapter 3, part 2, Even Without Them, After the Fall by Innocent with one N underscore reader. And I will be assuming that you are seeing this immediately after the chapter 3, part 1. So let's get on with this. The silence hung over the charred ruins, broken only by the dry crunch of Robin's boots, grinding into the blackened earth at the steady thud of Kid Flash's hurried steps as he carried Midoriya on his back. Robin's cape, now wrapped around Midoriya's unconscious body, fluttered faintly as they moved away from the battlefield where both heroes and monsters had fallen. In one hand, Robin carried the damaged remains of Deku's suit, the gauntlets, part of the scorched chest armor, the burnt hood, the one-piece jumpsuit torn in several places. The yellow cape, destroyed by the slime from the cocoon, had been discarded along the way. Robin walked ahead, eyes sharp and cold, scanning the surroundings with calculated movements. His wrist computer displayed a rough map of Kansas, marking destruction zones, impassable areas, and potential safe routes. Kid Flash shifted Midoriya's weight on his back, letting out a breath heavy with effort and concern. His breathing is steady, he said, almost as if reminding himself, eyes fixed on the devastated horizon. Robin gave a small nod, but didn't answer right away. They kept moving, crossing what had once been open fields, now reduced to a graveyard of twisted metal, charred trees, deep craters. The wind carried ash through the air, painting everything in a gray layer, as if even nature had surrendered under the weight of tragedy. After several minutes, Robin stopped abruptly at the top of a small rise, the view opening into miles of silent destruction. His chest rose and fell slowly as his eyes swept over the distant wreckage, registering every detail: the blackened trails left by the battle, the spot where the monstrosity had once been Shigaraki had stood, and beyond, the empty space where they had once fought alongside the greatest heroes on earth. He closed his eyes for a moment, his fists tightening involuntarily. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Zetera, even Green Arrow, who never missed a chance to mock my flips, all of them. A sharp pang cut through his chest, stealing his breath for an instant. Robin drew in a slow breath, forcing himself to lock away the grief that threatened to spill over. This wasn't the time, not here. Later. He would make room for mourning later. For now, there was only the mission. He turned to Kid Flash, his expression hard as steel over the rubble. "We keep moving," he said, voice low but steady. "The nearest city is Salina, about 20 kilometers southeast." Kid Flash frowned, glancing at the holographic map projected from Robin's wrist computer. 20 kilometers, he muttered, shifting Midoriya again. "I can do it. I just need you to clear the way." Robin nodded. "Let's go." He shut off the visor, dismissing the hologram, and drew one of his combat sticks, the retractable blade snapping out with a sharp click. From here on, the terrain grew even more treacherous. Chunks of concrete, destroyed vehicles, and lines of trees knocked down by the trail of destruction. Without hesitation, Robin moved ahead, leaping over blocks of debris and sidestepping exposed metal, while Kid Flash followed closely, keeping Midoriya secured and balanced. As they moved, the sky began to shift into shades of orange and purple, the sun sinking slowly beyond the horizon, a silent spectacle that seemed to mock the chaos they left behind. For a brief moment, Robin looked up, letting the cold breeze brush against his exposed face under the mask. The world keeps going, even without them. He swallowed hard and kept moving. "When we get to Salina, We'll find a temporary shelter, Robin said without turning. Then we figure out our next move. Kid Flash gave a nervous chuckle. Figure it out? I don't even know how we're still alive. Robin allowed himself a faint, fleeting smile. Because we don't have any other choice. Kid Flash glanced sideways at him, catching the tension in the gloved fist. You miss them, don't you? Robin didn't answer, but the silence was answer enough. They pushed through a stretch of scorched low forest where broken trunks stood like skeletons of a greener past, and soon reached a partially destroyed road that could lead them straight to Salina. Twisted tires, shattered road signs, and blackened blast marks marred the cracked asphalt like open wounds on a dying body. Robin brought his wrist computer back online, confirming the route. 15 kilometers left. If we keep this pace, we'll make it before nightfall. Kid Flash nodded, gritting his teeth, and together they pressed on, crossing the devastated landscape with determined steps, carrying not just an unconscious ally, but the way of the world that had ended. And still, they didn't stop, because someone had to keep moving forward. And that was the end of chapter 3, part 2 of After the Fall by Innocent with one and underscore reader. And yeah, this one was gonna be like about 2 minutes. No, not 2 minutes. It's 6 minutes. So yeah, I think the next part, it's gonna be part 3 and 4, just like back in chapter 1, because these are all pretty short compared to in chapter 2 where they were all pretty long. So yeah, check out the the author and the original fic, which will be in the description, because YouTube finally lets me. And yeah, I'm currently recording this like on 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 January 24th, but I know I'm gonna post so much later because I'm grinding so hard. Because there will be a period of time when in which I won't be able to post. So yeah, if during like February or March, if I post like instead of 3 times a week, I post 2 times a week or once only. That's because I would be running low on my pre-recorded and edited stuff. And now on to the bloopers. So torn in several places, the yellow cape, destroyed by the slime from the cocoon, had been discarded along the way. I haven't watched I haven't watched like after season 5 of My Hero, but if I remember this, isn't that the scarf thing that Alma gifted him? No, not that one. Tightening involuntarily. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Zatara, even Green Arrow, who never missed to mock my flips. All of them. Wait, fucking goddamn, they wiped out the full ass Justice League, like all the heroes. Wait, if I remember, this is like early Justice League, so there's not a lot of them if I remember. But dang. So yeah. But damn, they got Batman. He's like the most prepared. He's the definition of prep time. God damn.